Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So 2 matches remaining and then finally you can start with the top 16 playoffs. So we are back at Group H, the last one. First deck versus the last one here. We have Kashtira versus Infernoble. So there's only 3 years difference between both these decks. Intriguing matchup, simply because both these decks obviously want to go first. Both have their shenanigans, with Kashtira being, super heavy on zone lock. It has access to a shifter, which should almost be game-winning if it's able to resolve against Infernoble Knight. Graveyard is super important. But on the other hand, stuff like Infernoble Knight, if it's able to go first, this is the new Link, etc. Charlemagne, I believe the name is. So it does have access to triple gear freed, or at least 1 gear freed, and the Link Cross package with Helki and so on. So that's kind of ridiculous, right? Any 2-card combo is full combo for this deck. So which deck has the advantage? Well, if we take a look at the people, the votes community tab, most people see that Kashtira should have the advantage, and we know why. How broken Kashtira is. And then again, okay, the hand traps are there, but then again, okay, yeah, both decks. Looking at the side deck as well, definitely have some, ridiculous hand traps, potential going second cards as well. So it might come down to the potential first game, right? Rock, paper, scissors game, the dice roll. So we'll see. Kashtira goes first, and this is an okay-ish opening hand. Not that busted, but what is it? There is a potential Ash, there is a Nip. Nip is powerful. There is the Fenrir to banish face down and get some zone locking going, even though it's not that big of a deal, because again, no mind hacker and so on. But right, the field spell as well, the field spell to pop as soon as you use Shangri-La's effect, right? And book. I mean, this hand wasn't really winnable, especially going second, seeing that there were a couple of interruptions and none of the 2 hand traps were even used. Well, imagine Nip being used, that would have left Kashtira without any monsters bar Nip. So, but it is what it is. Is this not game? I mean, a double Shangri-La plus Mind Hacker is basically full zone lock, right? If this is not game, it's basically game during my turn, because again, you're basically going to full zone lock your opponent. And this is still game number 1, so this is pre-side deck, as in what is it, evenly matched Lightning Storm and, the Maas board wipes. And yeah, I kind of underestimated the potential shifter, and of course the the Kashtira boss, banishes basically everything, and it's kind of big against Infernoble Knights, stuff like Isolde and so on. Ogier as well, potentially Armageddon Knight. The shifter here could have been GG. Luckily you have the Callby, and Callby was a 3 here for this deck list, if I'm not mistaken, so I mean, that's fine. So we're able to potentially go full combo. We have to play around Nip. We can play around Nip, so we should respect Nip. We Tropic gear freed. I think it was on summon number 5. Yeah, and Ogier was the potential equip to send. So again, now making sure that at least I have 1 equip phase up to be sent. Now we can not Isolde, well, basically Isolde, but full combo with Helk. How it goes with Helk into Aurora Dawn, into the Deskbot 01 into Lion, right? And you have a couple of routes, depends on how you want to end, but I go for Herald first, maybe an unorthodox play, but it's going to end on a couple of interruptions. So there is the Gear Freed for a potential monster negation, there is Charles, level 9 synchro play for pop, we can draw out Coral, and here we can go for Burrow Savage for another Omni negation. So that means, okay, Nip, that's fine, we can negate that. So Savage Omnication, Charles being a pop during their turn, because I have the level 5 sinking graveyard, and during the end phase with Smoke Grenade, basically confiscation your opponent's hand. Get 3 information, discard the card. It's discard, right? Yeah, it should be. So there's 1 unknown card, I think. The field spell was known, at least at Terraforming. The Pot of Prosperity, again, you don't want to let them dig, especially, post side deck, Dark Ruler no more and stuff like that. Is Dark Ruler there? I don't think so. Stuff like Evenly or Maas board wipes. So this should be game over. Yeah, okay, so 1-1. Okay, we're still in this going second. And this is a okay going second hand. The problem is, again, the Kashtira boss, Arise Heartright, banishes everything, so it kind of shuts down the Ogier if, the deck is able to go for that. We do have evenly matched, though. We have a Callby for, I was about to say Shifter, but, I mean, if there's anything in the graveyard on their part, no Shifter, but, stuff like Ghost Ogre, or other hand traps, which could be useful. But again, the big problem is a potential Arise Heart, and Nip apparently is not a card. Ooh, yeah, then again, I mean, imagine a nip here. You could still potentially go for talents. I guess take a peek, even though there is hardly any follow-up play here for Kash. But there is no nip, we cannot punish that. And double evenly seems good, but keep in mind I got full zone locked for back row. So it's not really seeable, or you know, it's hard to see, but all of my spell and trap card zones are blocked because of double Shangri-La and what is it? How many monster zones as well? 1, 2, 3? And of course, a Rise Heart eventually, you know, during their turn will be hitting the field, so it's basically game over. And of course, I mean, you should. Game number 2, 3, 4, both side deck with those evenly matched. If you have the opportunity, definitely go for it. I mean, they didn't get nipped, so you can definitely expect something like evenly matched. So, okay. 1, 2 behind, it's fine though. So now we can go first. And this is an okay first, or at least going first hand, but we get shifted. We can play into Shifter, but we are losing a lot of resources. So we get a peek at their hand, and their hand is not that busted. A double Fenrir, which is basically 1 Fenrir summon and the Birth, which is okay. Potential normal summon, so that, you know, that could potentially give them a big eye play. But, you know, we can dodge, we can potentially put up a couple of negations. And the thing here is that Shifter also counts during their turn as well. So we can go for the quick synchro during their turn, as in shooting Riser, the level 7. You cannot, well, you can send, but Riser will stay level 7. So we have a potential Trishula play, and the Herald being an Omni negation, but they rip the evenly, and that's kind of big. The thing here is you could go for Trishula, but Trishula will miss timing here in this case. And obviously, you know, if I'm not using Riser, at least Riser was forced out because it was targeted by the Kashtira Fenrir. So, you know, Trishula would have missed timing, so no Trish, so I go for the level 8 synchro play to basically, you know, make it so that I, you know, can leave 1 token on field and a big boss to protect, making sure that I can, you know, stay in the duel, but it's not going to matter. Fenrir is going to vanish face down. What is it? Is it Renault? The level 1? The names. You know, it sadly only triggers when special summon. Sure, it gets, you know, banished stuff back, but it only triggers when it's special summoned, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, this should... Oh, is this more than enough? No, I'm going to survive, I think, yeah. But, yeah, obviously, you know, Kashtira hits the deck, hits the main deck, equips, etc. They can end on a Rise Heart, plus potential Zeus if things go wrong. Plus they have Birth follow-up play for next turn, so it's game over, super easy for Kash. But, you know, felt kind of close a little bit with, like, in the long run, I think we have a well-deserved winner here with Kashtira. So that means Kashtira, somewhat expected, ends, first of all, first place. But the next one, the last one here, match 48, will be the last one of the Swiss rounds, Tribegatsu versus Dragon Link. So feel free to leave your predictions. The winner will move on to the top 16 playoffs. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, leave them signing out. Peace.